What's going on there, friends and neighbors? I am Just Rob, and today I've got another manga pickups video for you all after 2, maybe 3 months. My apologies. There's so much Godzilla stuff coming out. There's so much music coming out. I recently got married and everything. It's been a tight couple of months for Kishola. But anyway, let's get started. First book I have to show off, I got some time ago, a long time ago, and I don't believe it was in any videos after I got it, so here we go. Volume 3, The Girl from the Other Side. I'm beginning to fall in love with this series rather quickly. After the events of Volume 2, I had no idea what to expect for Volume 3, and what I got in Volume 3 was sheer, utter heartbreak and beauty. This book just pulled me in, pulled me under, took a very strong grip at my heart, and shattered it into 100,000 pieces. But unfortunately, the heartbreak does not stop with Volume 3. I just recently got Volume 4 of The Girl from the Other Side, and the heartbreak continues. It starts off so happy, it's like, oh, this is nice. And then it quickly turns into, oh, I really don't want that to happen. And then it's like, yeah, why would you do that? Ah. It seems that I truly enjoy titles like this that really grip your heart and make you want to cry, die, and fly. I couldn't think of anything else to rhyme with die, spy, try, buy, die. Yeah, this series is slowly but surely breaking me, and I don't even want to think about what Volume 5 is going to be like at all, because the way this volume ended, oh, feels, pains, all the bad stuff. Here comes the sad. Speaking of feels and sad, 5 centimeters per second. I picked this book up solely because of this name right here, Makoto Shinkai. I know that there's a movie called 5 centimeters per second. I just never got around to watching it, and I don't even know if I want to watch it now because I just know there's going to be beautiful visuals and beautifully sad music that are going to encapsulate every moment of loneliness that goes on within this book. Something that I just love about this story is that it doesn't end how you're expecting it to. Because when it comes to the romance category in manga, as much as I love it, it is very trope ridden, and you can kind of tell where something's gonna go just because they wouldn't spend so much time on these two people if they weren't going to end up together. But with this book, whoa, okay, those final couple of pages, right here, right to the heart, like a love letter, a bullet. But yeah, this book has been out for a while. It just randomly showed up at my Barnes & Noble. I'm like, you know what, screw it. It's a big book. It was only $17. Why the freak not? The next book is the one that I am most excited to talk about, and the one that I'm going to have to read the cover for so I don't screw up the name. Alright, let's see if I can get this in one try. Dead Demons Destruction, from author and artist Inyo Asano. You know, Goodnight Poon Poon, What a Wonderful World, Nijihara Holograph, Solanin. I've talked about all of these books before, and I am just overjoyed at the fact that we are getting a serialized series from Asano here in the States as it's being published there in Japan, even though they're a couple volumes ahead of us. Yeah, I just finished this today, and it's not what I was expecting. But that's a good thing, because yet again, Asano totally turned me around and kicked me off a cliff and said, don't try and like expect what I'm going to do next because you're not gonna get it. And I didn't get it. But the overall setup of this story is just so very different. It still has that Inyo Asano feel to it. There are still a lot of dark elements kind of woven in there that I'm sure will make themselves much more apparent in future volumes and such. But just from reading this one volume, this volume 1, I know some shizzle's gonna go down. It's gonna be breaking some hearts because it's so lighthearted so far. Just like Poon Poon. Poon Poon was kind of lighthearted when it first started out, and then it proceeded to turn around and smack me across the face and call me Lily. Yeah. This is amazing. This is going to be a monthly or bi-monthly pickup for me. As soon as it goes up on sale, I'm picking it up, whether I have to go to Barnes and Nobles or just go to Amazon and wait for it to come in the mail. I'm going to be following this series very heavily. And this is definitely going to affect my manga reviews season 1 series because this is probably going to replace a couple of them. Dead Demons Destruction is amazing. And the next book I'm going to be talking about has essentially replaced Oyasami Poon Poon as like my bi-monthly purchase purchase that I must purchase upon release, and that is The Flowers of Evil Complete Volume 2. As I stated in my last video, this is an omnibus release. There are 3 volumes in one gigantic book, and boy, the hurt just keeps on happening this episode. The Girl from the Other Side, 5 centimeters per second, Flowers of Evil. This series is fantastic. I'm enjoying it so much more than I initially thought I would. The characters and the story and just all the situations that go down in here, Volume 2, it's just so, for lack of a better word, I'd go into greater detail about it, but you know how YouTube works these days. There's romance, there's blackmailing, there's torture, there's good kid gone bad. There is a lot within this story, and I have a terrible, terrible feeling that this series right here is going to hurt me as much as Oyasumi Pun Pun did. I have a dent in my hand right now from holding this that way. The Flowers of Evil is probably going to be the first complete series that I do a manga review on in the near future. And that is pretty much that, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Manga Pickups. I'm sorry these aren't as frequent as they used to be. Even back in the day they weren't too frequent, but I felt like last year I did a lot more than I've done so far this year. But, you know, time constraints, money, you know, all that crap. I didn't actually get married either, just saying. Obviously. But anyway, I've been Just Rob. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you all bright and early on next week. Got a lot of music to talk about. Got a lot of music coming out. Post Malone, Beer Bongs and Bentleys, Extreme Hype, This, That, the Third, and the gorilla with the nice top hat. I'll see you then and there. Bye, everybody.